Hey everybody, how's it going? So this is a non-AP video. This is basically what's been going on the farm here lately. And I know my last video I haven't been done since harvest time, but it's kind of slowed down after that. We basically got harvest all done, and cows are out on open grazing. So we were able to keep them on stocks for quite a while, and just been taking care of odds and ends here around the farm. But we try not to do, I don't want to say like terribly out. We stay busy, but not like overly abundantly busy, because you get ready for the holidays and all that. But holidays are all done and gone out of the way, so we start calving here the middle of February, so that's going to be pretty coming up on us here pretty close. But chicken business is humming right along. We're doing great with that. Doing great with egg sales. We're getting all of them sold. Everyone's happy with them. I'm really happy with it. We're looking at getting broilers here in the middle of February, so they're ready to be done here the first to middle of June. But what's happening now is my next baby or project is this. I started my year-round garden. I got my, turn the lights on here. I got my shelves built. All of these shelves slide out of this stand here. That way I can take the trays out to the garage if I need to. But I'm starting a year-round garden because we always want fresh produce, such as bell peppers, tomatoes. I got some cucumbers right here, and these are actually lemon trees. I'm going to try starting here. I won't start the main seeds to the garden until it gets closer to spring, but the year-round garden, I'm going to do some specialty stuff like these peppers and tomatoes and cucumbers, see how it works, maybe even do some spinach. But this morning, before I go out and clean chicken coop, I'm actually going to, you see here, I got a buttload of peppers that came up, and I'm just so happy with them. They are just doing phenomenal. So we actually took just a slice of pepper that had a bunch of seeds on it. This one was the one that was supposed to, well, right there, that one. It's got the most leaves on it. That was the original one I thought was the only one coming, and then all those seeds started sprouting off that slice of pepper I stuck in there. So that worked out really good. But I'm going to go take these out and move them to all their separate pots, and put them back on this shelf here. I didn't do that with tomatoes. These tomatoes, I only got 2 plants in each one, and they're going to get a lot bigger before I transplant them. But the peppers are the ones, they have to go before those seeds get, or before those plants and roots get too entangled. I got to get them moved to their own separate pots, and then I'm going to put some of my sugar, Energy Plus, and Xylem Plus with it as well. But so let's go out and get those taken care of. Alright guys, so I got them all transplanted here. I'm just using that for soil. I know I don't use my stuff from outside because our soil is a little harsh. I know this is good stuff basically. You're not going to have any weeds or anything like that happening to it. But okay, so I got them all transplanted. You can obviously see here, like this is my biggest one. That was the first one that ever came up. That was my only intentional one, actually, originally. But I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 now in separate pots. And I give some of these about 50-50 chance of making it. That's why I plant so many. I would be happy with just 4, but if I have that many, that means I can still supply produce to some people in the area as well here, even through the winter time. So we're going to get these guys. I'm out in my garage right now. I got to haul them all the way back downstairs. So, and then I'll show you what basically super sauce I'm going to mix up to start feeding these plants. These peppers in this soil, these peppers are probably good for the first 30 days of life without needing any extra kick. I like to start giving them stuff before then just to boost their growth, because why not accelerate it? You're inside in controlled conditions, so why not accelerate that growth and try to get either more vegetables or faster production out of your plants. So all right, I'm going to get these taken downstairs, and then we're going to go mix up my super secret sauce. Alright guys, so peppers are back in their homes downstairs, right there. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do for a solution. Now this time around, I am just using my sugar because your plants need food. Now your plants have the ability to take nitrogen and phosphorus and pull it out of the soil, use your sunlight, and turn it into sugars for the plant to use. Now, if you are looking for something to give your plants a kickstart, or they've just been in a stressful situation like I just did transplanting them, sugar is a great way to help your plants, guys. No matter what you have, it doesn't matter if it's a poinsettia, a pepper, a tomato, or a pumpkin, or a rose bush. It doesn't matter. If you give it sugar, you will help it, because that's that much less energy it has to use to make food for itself when it's just readily available. That sugar, it can take it in, use it as food for the cells, all that stuff. So what I'm doing now is just taking one measuring cup, and I'm going to put a cup of water in it. One cup water. Now, you can take, and when you say, well gosh, sugar, are you serious? You're going to feed your plant sugar? Yes. Now, I know the benefits of it because we actually use sugar on the commercial side of things, or I should say on the farming side of things out in the fields. We know if you put enough sugar on, like alfalfa, you can raise the bricks of sugar high enough that the bugs won't even eat it. That's how a lot of organic guys treat for pest problems, is using sugar. We know that it works good for on row crops, on when you're doing herbicides, all that. So sugar, yeah, sugar does help. You can use granulated sugar if you're doing this on a small scale. Go get the granulated sugar out of your cabinet. It doesn't mix quite as well. I'm actually using it's like a powdered sugar, and we use that because it mixes well with mixes well in our sprayer. It's highly dissolvable. So basically, or powdered sugar. You can use powdered sugar if you have that in your house as well. So 1 spoonful per cup of water, and that is it. You do not want to go overboard with this stuff, period. So you just mix it in nice and simple, and voila, you have a highly solubilized form of sugar. Now, if you want to, you can pour this over the top, because you just, with like a year-round garden or in-home stuff, you don't water that heavily. Outside stuff, you can usually just even like sprinkle the sugar on top right around the base of the plants, and the sugar will go down naturally. I plan on taking a syringe. Oh, wrong drawer. Syringe. You don't have to go anywhere fancy. You don't have to be anywhere fancy. It's from Ideal Instruments. It is a 12cc syringe, and I just plan on taking that and sticking it in my pot about 1 inch and injecting this solution down there so it's readily available for the roots. Because when you're doing year-round gardens or plants in your house, you're usually not watering that much at once because you're constantly watering them every day or every 2 days, something like that. So you want to make sure this solution gets down by the roots where it needs it. And I say that because this time around I'm just doing sugar, but next time around, and that soil that my peppers are in is good for about 2 to 3 weeks, and that's it. You're going to start running low on nutrients, and your plant's going to start pulling back on you. So next time around, I'm going to be using a 9-25-3 low salt starter. And when I mean low salt, I mean like 2% or less. Most of the time it's like 1% or less. And you want the low salt because the salt impedes microbial growth in your soil. It impedes your plant's ability to do its job. So you want a low salt starter. You can get sticks of plant food. They work just as well. If you're somewhere that Ace, Runnings, it doesn't matter, Walmart, you can usually buy sticks of plant food and you can shove them down in your pot as well. But this is a way that you can use these products if you have the ability to go to like an agricultural place like an Elevator or something like that and get these products. These work very good. They're very concentrated, so you don't have to use that much. So the next time around I'll be using sugar, And I'll be using that low salt starter, and then I'll be also using one of our products called Xylem Plus, which is a long-term systemic fungicide, because when I apply this fertilizer and the fungicide, that's going to give me roughly 60 days of nutrient control for that plant. And then every 30 days, every 2 weeks to 30 days, I'll be adding sugar in there, just depending on how they're growing, how they're doing. If they really take off on me, then I know I got to pour the coals to them and make sure they have those nutrients they need. So, all right, guys, 1 spoonful sugar to 1 cup of water. Take the syringe. If you find a bigger needle, then you can use a needle to shove it down in there deeper if you want to make sure you get those nutrients all the way through there. But that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go ahead and go down, feed those plants, get them going, and then we're going to head outside and clean. Okay, so we're outside now, and we're going to fire that bad boy up because we've got a buttload of snow outside, and I'm not about to push a wheelbarrow through all that snow to clean chicken coop out, which is fine because I got my manure pile that I've been putting the chicken litter on. It's covered with snow anyway, so got to jump in this guy here and go take the snow off the pile first. I'll just park at the front of the chicken coop, fill the scoop full of manure, and haul it out 1 load. Make my day a lot easier. Let them old glow plugs run. What do you think, dogs? Gunner, what are you doing? wheelbarrow it all out, put it in the bucket. Now, I would do more talking when I'm in there, but those chickens think they have to scream at like 1,000 decibels. So unfortunately, this is where this part ends. So I'm gonna get this cleaned out. We'll get over the manure pile, and then I'm not sure what we'll do next. We'll find out. Either fix a security camera for the beef cows out in the cattle lots there. I got one that's just not connecting right. Or we'll go get some hay in. So stay tuned. All right, guys. Well, chicken coop is cleaned out. Nice happy chickens, nice muddy feet, because they opened the doors for them today. That took a lot longer than I had planned, because I've not cleaned chicken coop out since we had 2 weeks where it was like -20 every night for almost 2 weeks, and it was ridiculously cold. So I did not clean this chicken coop out for, this will be going on week 3, so it took a lot longer than I planned on it. I hope it wouldn't take that long, but it did anyway. As you can see, got an entire skid loader bucket full of chicken manure out of there. So I gotta run to town, run some errands before things close up for the day. So that's a wrap for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll try to keep you tuned or posted on what goes on at the indoor garden. I want to share what works for me. I really like to see it go year-round, have a year-round garden. Maybe if I don't have plants in my house all year round, but at least have the year-round. Dang chickens. At least have plants in my house producing for me while my outside garden is dormant or still trying to grow. So I'm hoping to have peppers, tomatoes, cucumbers, at least those 3, because we use a lot of them for cooking on a weekly basis. So have those 3 year-round. So I'm going to have the indoor garden going till probably the 1st of July when my outside tomatoes go, and then if those inside tomatoes don't want to produce for me anymore, I'll start some new seeds right away, because by the time October rolls around and we get a freeze, I want those other tomatoes up and going for me, because we love fresh tomatoes, fresh peppers for all that stuff. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Catch you later.